This is quick. It's an open meeting of the Grafton Building and Planning Committee. It's being conducted remotely, consistent with Governor Baker's executive order of March 12, 2020, due to the current state of emergency in the Commonwealth due to the outbreak of COVID-19. The order, which you can find posted to the town's website, allows public bodies to meet entirely remotely so long as reasonable public access is afforded so that the public can follow along with deliberations of the meeting. So we are going by Zoom, and I am going to call each of you out just so make sure that we can all hear each other and we're all good. So Beth?
Here.
Lisa?
Here.
Andy?
Here.
Doug?
Here.
And Julie?
Here.
All right, great. So start with we need to approve the minutes from 2 weeks ago. Yeah, so.
And I think January 3rd. I don't think we did January 3rd yet either. So we have the January 3rd and January 24th.
Okay, and everybody received those? No questions or comments? Okay, by roll call. Beth?
So we need a
Go ahead.
motion.
Oh, of course we do, yeah.
Yeah.
One of these days, I'm gonna get this right, guys. So I promise I'm the last one.
Move
Okay.
to accept the minutes as presented.
Second.
Great. By roll call, Beth?
Aye.
Andy?
Aye.
Lisa?
Aye.
John?
Aye.
Doug?
Aye.
Julie?
Aye.
Mary, aye. Great. I declare the motion carried. We're on to bills. Do you have anything, Beth, that, oh, go ahead.
John, did you make
Lisa?
a motion to approve both sets of minutes?
Right.
Thank
Both
you.
minutes as presented, and
I got it
Right.
now. Thank you. I just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure.
yes, sorry.
Beth, do you have anything that is bills oriented that we need to discuss?
There's a
No.
note that there are about 3 bills, but they weren't, I didn't see them sent to everybody, so.
No, I didn't see
Yeah.
anything either.
Yeah.
Okay, so we just wait till the next month for those, I guess, right? Or Ron, how does that work?
As far as I know, it goes to the next meeting.
Okay,
Andy would,
All right.
Andy would know better than, but my understanding was to go to the next meeting unless it's something urgent that needs to be paid right away.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are net 30, so I guess if there is anything that seems like it's gonna be a problem to let it go a month, then we'll have to call it, check in with everybody and set a new meeting date just to pay the bills like in 2 weeks.
okay, got it. All right, clerk of the works, that's on hold. OPM, that's on hold. Okay, Ron, you're up. Architect.
Okay. We are working to close out, I'll speak for basically the team. We're working to close out punch list items, chipping away at that. We are working to resolve any of the open issues that still remain. We are still holding weekly construction meetings and just trying to get everything tied up and wrapped up and bring this to completion. One item in particular, the sliding doors, I finally got some direction. The program rooms, the teen program room and the demonstration area of the main program room, we scheduled to have sliding doors, and we talked about putting bifold doors in instead to get a larger opening. I didn't get an answer back from the building officials. I did get some direction from a code consultant that I reached out to. From my understanding, the bifolds should be acceptable in the demonstration area of the main program room. which would be good because it would give you a nice wide opening. But that demonstration area is not a regularly occupied space. So we don't have to worry about egress from that area. Whereas the teen room, the teen program space, is considered an occupied space. So the bifold doors, I don't think the building officials are going to go for it. So what I'm going to propose, and I don't mean to spring this on you in the meeting, Beth, but what I'm going to suggest is that we do the sliding doors at the teen space as originally planned, and then do the bifold doors at the demonstration area. And I think that's the more critical space because that's a nice wide opening with the bifold doors. I still need to put together a final drawing and run it by the building officials before we buy anything, because I don't want them to look at it once it's installed and say, hey, where'd you get this from? But that should be a relatively easy solution. If I send them a drawing saying this is what we're planning, it's more likely that I'll get a quick response as opposed to, you know, I asked them what they thought and I didn't get any response. So I'm going to try that approach based on what information I was given by a code consultant. If anyone else has any questions for me, I'd be happy to answer them.
Lisa?
How are we doing with the punch list? Specifically, what's left?
We're down to a handful of items. I don't recall exactly which ones they are, but I would say the biggest thing, and it's not really a punch list item, is that I'm working with my management regarding the ADA counters. I apologize it's taken this long to get it resolved, but it's $80,000 worth of work, and the scope isn't clearly defined by within the proposal. So I'm working with my management to bring that to resolution and get that addressed. I will need to work with Beth and the town manager to schedule the work and come up with a plan of attack, and that could impact the pricing. But we haven't forgotten it. We're standing by our word. We just need to get it resolved.
So since our last meeting, when we talked about the punch list, about how many items were pushed off or completed, I'm sorry, not pushed off.
Beth, correct me if I'm wrong from the last meeting. I think 3 or 4 items were addressed as completed.
Yeah, I missed the last construction meeting, which is where we usually go over it.
Oh, that's
I
right.
have a better handle on what's outstanding, which is the gate at the bottom of the stairs. The tutor room doors, we still have just 2 wooden structures, sliding doors with no glass for them, and a third door that like someday is coming. We're missing a few shelves, not a lot of shelves. We have some bubbling paint in the historic reading room. So one thing that's getting tackled this week is they're scraping down and doing some replastering and repainting in the historic reading room.
Yeah.
And then the temperature and humidity controller that's in the admin office, I think, is also on the list. It's Renata HVAC was in to go through the building and change and clean filters, and said this isn't even it's not connected. It's just kind of on the wall, but it's not hooked up to electrical or water. I don't know. We're thinking we might move it. We might not move it. Yeah. So those are the things that are in my head of, oh, this still needs to be done. The ADA button in the foyer, that vestibule, there was supposed to be a temporary solution, and I don't actually know if there was going to be a change or permanent solution to it because it's just a bit of plywood, a big plywood piece, and it's not aesthetic, but it works.
I thought that got approved.
Gonna like leave it. Yeah, I think we're leaving it, and then
but we just voted on the permanent
okay.
one for
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
last time, and we approved
so
it.
then there's a gap between us saying yes, let's do it, and mobilizing.
Yeah, it doesn't happen immediately, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm still waiting on things that are more FF&E, like that we need to get together a historic display to satisfy Mass Historic Commission of the old building, and change on both floors, like photos or an iPad, picture, something or other. So like that needs to be done. We've got computer software ordered but not installed yet on laptops. Art rail and office shelving and blinds for offices. Like we're out of project money for that, so I need to work with Capital Campaign to get that done, and patio furniture ordered. String lights for the patio, maybe. I think that's also a donor project. So I don't know if that's punch list technically. Yeah.
But thank you, Beth. That was so helpful. So Ron, do you think that next month when we meet again, these items that Beth just mentioned will be done? Like, or is this typical pacing? Like, or am I just getting antsy?
It's somewhat typical pacing. I'm sorry, I'm not ignoring you. I'm looking, I opened up.
It's pandemic pacing. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of things are just, they can't get whatever. And then the typical thing is, my understanding is people have moved on to other jobs. So to get the electrician back or the plumber back for just a little thing is hard.
Yeah. While Beth was talking, I opened up a document that I received late this afternoon from CTA. That's a copy of the punch list. And I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items that they're listing as having since been completed. And I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items that are pending, some of which are, for example, they're being shipped currently, or they're pending deliveries of glass or certain parts of the product. So that there's been about 7 items completed since, and there's about 6 or 7 items that are still pending that are in progress in some way, shape, or form.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Does anybody else have any questions or comments? Okay,
Okay, thank you.
thank you. John, historic?
No updates.
Okay.
We haven't met.
Alrighty. Interior design subcommittee.
I think our work is done and we have not met.
Right, I just didn't know if you wanted to talk about your carpet in that, in
I'll
your
say that
office.
I was not in all hours that the library was open the last 2 weeks, but I only saw one person come in to take a peek at it, and I'm sorry. I left early today because of our night meeting. So Mary sent a note saying, can you send some pictures so that we could show them and look at them? But I came home and got right on the computer.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, so I think we can put that off a little bit longer. I know, but I would say, Ron, since the punch lists are not complete, we have a little bit more time to decide on that. The
And I'll
rug
send
and,
photos.
oh, okay.
I
all
can
right,
send
that would be
Yeah,
great.
we can send some photos.
I did go in and take a picture. I can send a picture now. I just got to
Okay.
dump it off my phone real quick. I don't mean we have to wait for me to dump it off my phone. If that-
We don't have anything else, so
We're waiting, Doug.
we're waiting on you, Doug.
Do it now.
I did only take one picture. What are we, BuildCom? Yeah. I can also share my screen if
So
someone-
is the goal to have the, lack of better term, crazy quilt floor or the stripy carpet, which is the one that we're wanting to change it to?
The blue stripe.
yeah, so from the pattern to the one at the very
Okay.
bottom, that blue, solid blue.
So we wanted the solid blue all the way through, Beth? Okay, does then anybody have any comments on this?
And it's
So-
preferable to have the patterned carpet. Sorry, it's preferable to have the striped carpet rather than the patterned in both offices.
So
Yeah,
the one with the green chair is my office and it has a patterned carpet. I had originally asked for a patterned carpet that was different and was told no. So I said, fine, I can live with the blue, that's fine. But they put a different pattern that I did not want. So what I'm asking for is, can we please match the striped blue to what I thought I was getting and what I was told I was getting? Because all of the furniture and upholstery choices were based on a different carpet. The blue striped one that's in the foreground here.
I kind of remember those discussions, but Beth, I have to tell you, I would have made the same mistake because I thought that we came to that conclusion to what you have there.
Yeah. Okay.
So, because when I saw it, I remember thinking like, because I think I remember you saying it was the wrong carpet, so I didn't know what to, and I saw it and I'm like, wait a minute, that's what we did. But
Yeah.
so again, I would have, Ron and I came to the same conclusion then, is what I'm saying.
If it's, I don't know if I should comment, but
let me take a stab if you don't want to.
All the
Well-
offices were supposed to be the same. I asked for an exception and was told no. And the exception I asked for was to have the teen room or children's room carpeting. It was bright and vibrant. So,
Yeah.
and what I got was dull and doesn't match.
originally, what I intended for the offices is that they would all have the blue striped carpet. That's what I originally was intending. Somehow it got lost in the sauce and we ended up with this carpet in Beth's office instead of the one that she wanted. The more vibrant colors.
Which is fine.
Yeah, I will admit, I think I remember it being this pattern too. I don't remember, but because I thought I remember thinking that it was the same one that was outside your room, like in the main space.
It is. That
but
is what's in the main space.
no, I mean,
Right.
that's what I thought. That's what you wanted, was the one that went with the
Yeah,
outside
that's
space.
what I thought too.
But it easily could have been me not paying that close attention to the different colors schemes.
Is the thing that doesn't match is the chair? Does it match the carpet? Are there other things?
Yeah, there's other upholstered items,
Yeah.
upholsteried items that
Mhm.
have the same color blue as the carpet along with the lime green.
Because would it be cheaper just to get you a new chair or upholstered than
Yeah.
to rip out the carpet?
Yeah, I
Right.
think
It would be
for
cheaper.
me, yes, I know. I
Mhm.
love that chair. The bigger issue for me has been there are multiple times where I have expressed things on this project and not been heard. And it's incredibly frustrating and it happened over and over. So And it's like another, ignored what Beth said, didn't do what Beth asked for explicitly. And yeah. And I hate the carpet that I have to look at every single day. And yes, I won't be working at the Grafton Public Library forever. But every time I walk in there, it's fuck, that's another thing we didn't listen to. Pardon my French. So, vote however you would like.
No, I apologize to you because it's like, I know that there've been a lot of kinks in the along the way, and I don't know. I'm in favor of getting whatever it is that I'd rather get whatever you really want rather than the blue, if that's not what you really wanted. And if it's
Yeah.
costed the same, why not get what you really want?
Because in seeing how jarring this is, looking at it, a more vibrant carpet will only be more jarring. So it makes sense to just match the blue that is there, assuming we still have enough carpet tile. And again, because what I thought was I was getting that blue stripe, I ordered the other upholstered items accordingly to match the blue.
So the green matches the blue. Sorry for a dumb
It's
question.
like in contrast with it, but the
Well,
same lime green is in the other, is picked up in the other upholstered items.
Okay.
There and
I don't think the lime green chair would be an issue with the blue stripe carpet.
no, it pops out against it.
And that's okay. It's okay to have a punch of color. I don't think it's anything that you would need to worry about in terms of from a design point of view.
Yeah, and I
if
think to your point about not being listened to, I know as a committee member, I was just maybe mistakenly assuming that, the OPM or the clerk of the works, I was just assuming someone else was keeping track of that list and following up with you. I'm not sure whose responsibility that should have been, but.
I just want to make sure I heard it right for the minutes. Julie and Doug, did you say that you recalled this was the carpet that was decided on?
That was my recollection.
Okay.
I'm trying to think what our presidents always say when they don't want to commit to anything.
Yeah, and
That's my recollection, because I was thinking, oh yeah, it's going to match that outside of the room, but.
Okay. I didn't name you two specifically. I just said some subcommittee members remember the discussion being that this was the correct carpet.
I don't remember that, but I also remember that I do remember that I don't like any of this carpet.
You and me both, Ron. You and me both.
That was not my battle early on. I just rolled over on that one. So I just kind of like, okay, whatever you guys want. Mine is the stairs and the stars. Okay.
Well, and I do remember the blue. Actually, I don't the whatever you're calling that bottom blue. Actually, I actually like that. I mean, that's kind of like it might be just in all the offices. I mean, that's what when Ron was proposing that and being in all the offices, I was like, that looks great. I mean, it's kind of plain and basic, but
I do feel like there was also discussion around the children's and teen space, and Sarah and Allison advocated for those vibrant carpets in their spaces to carry through into their office space, as opposed to the blue. But for the life of me, I can't tell you what we ended up with. I do think that the teen office carpet is that red and purple and blue carpet and not a blue striped carpet. And I don't remember what we did upstairs for the circulation workroom. I don't, again, off the top of my head, I can't even picture what the carpet looks like in there. Whether it's the blue, or if it's gray, or if it's striped. I know that all of the meeting rooms have that blue stripe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember I can't picture what's in the offices on the second floor. As many times as I've walked through them, I can't remember what they look like.
can you remind me what the cost is going to be to replace the carpet?
About $3,000.
I thought I remember it being $4,000. Lisa, do you have that number from?
It's in the meeting minutes from last, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it wasn't.
Hold on, I'll look.
I had 3,900 plus.
That's what I remember it being too, but give me one more second to find, was it, let me, just give me a second, please.
Sure. We gave Doug time. We'll give
yes.
you time.
$3,992.89, so $4,000. It was PCO number 123.
Okay.
Are there minutes from that meeting, Beth, that you could refer back to?
A lot of the minutes are, a discussion was held around,
Okay.
voted on X, Y, and Z. And it's possible too that it was one way in one set of floor plans, and then we discussed and we made a change, and then it was updated.
Yeah, there were a number of
Changing. Yeah.
changes going back and forth on the flooring in general.
I mean,
Unfortunately.
I could approach the capital campaign. I mean, it sounds like this committee and others from last week were reluctant to spend the project money on this. I should have gone back to the capital campaign between last month and this month, but I could go back. I mean, we did have someone name the office, right? So we could take some of those funds from the office and replace the carpet and maybe even
Mhm.
add some more furniture if Beth has other furniture items that she's been wanting. But that's just going
That
to push
sounds like
it
a
another
pretty
month.
That's okay.
I
Yeah.
like that, Doug.
I can live with it for another month or so.
I think that's a pretty good plan, Doug. I just get concerned with, like, we're down to almost the end with money, and I guess I need a little more input from you too, Beth, to say $4,000. What else do you want that this could be spent to? Or is it that important that you feel that the $4,000 should go to that? I guess,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
just
also-
trying to.
As soon as I saw that it was not the one I was expecting, I raised it as an issue when there was like no furniture in there to move out, and just kind of got pushed back. Well, we don't know if there's enough tile. Yes, we can definitely change it. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Oh no, we can't.
Yep, I hear you.
But yeah, I mean, there's a long list of FF&E stuff that apparently was never included in the original construction estimate, that now I have to go out and procure a quote and then see if capital campaign will cover it, like hanging art rail, so that we can hang pictures in the space, which is probably $1,500. We need blinds for all of the interior office windows. There is a lot of glass in the building. I have no idea what adding screen type blinds to those offices will cost.
Right.
We definitely need more pedestal style file cabinets. We don't have enough. I have people unhappy with their chairs who would like arms added to their chairs. So we need to go back, price that out and go back and buy chair arms from KI. I still need bulletin boards for a couple of spaces.
Okay.
I don't need major furniture. And then
What resource? I'm sorry, go ahead, Beth.
I was going to say, and then like landscaping, and I have a whole list of what I'd like to be purchased for the patio, but I'm really not clear on how much money there is or how much furniture we can fit in a timeline for that. So.
I was going to ask if the town has resources that can move the furniture out.
Yeah.
So that you're just paying for take up the carpet and lay it down and purchase and the cost of the new carpet, as opposed to paying the contractor to have laborers come in and move the furniture around. Now, their argument will probably be, well, that's only $100 worth of labor. You know how those things go. But that's a consideration if monies are being pursued through the capital campaign or other sources.
Okay. I would think my suggestion would be we wait for Doug to see if he can get anything towards this. And do we get a percentage of the carpet tiles for attic stock, Ron?
Yes, there is attic stock.
Okay, so there should be enough to replace these, correct?
That's, that's a consideration. I don't know if they took that into account when they priced this out, using what's in attic stock and if necessary, adding to it.
Mhm.
As you know,
As
if we
opposed to-
order it, it won't match. The color will be off a little bit.
Potentially, yes, potentially.
But we'd rather have that in this office than a single tile that has to get replaced, in a year from now, right? We'd rather use that current stock to replace any bad tiles that in the existing library.
Yeah. Maybe I'll price area rugs as well.
There you go.
But Ron,
put
do you
down a
think,
bunch of
how
layers.
much do you think, Ron, you put in for attic stock? Like 5%, 3%,
Off the top of my head, it was between 5 and 10% is what
5
we
and
normally-
10%? Because
Yeah,
that,
it's
that
really
carpet tile wasn't used in huge amounts, so I don't know if you'll
Yeah.
have enough for Beth's office,
Um,
and then you won't have any attic stock.
And then you
Okay.
won't have it. Yeah, that's
And
the other
then
thing.
you'll end up down the road ruining the day. Because I hate when I run out of attic stock because someone has done an office and I'm like, no, it's not meant for that. So
Yeah, gotcha.
I would
Yeah,
say
what-
at this
the-
point,
But
even
the
if it's a different dye lot, I think
Okay.
But the 4K includes was everything, right? Like new carpet installation. Okay, so we'll go with that. I agree. We should just move this to next meeting,
Okay.
and I'll
All
get
right,
that
let's
information.
do that. Okay.
And please come by and check it out.
Yes. Okay, does anybody have anything else?
I do. Just a signage update. So, we've been working, the capital campaign has been working with the group to put up the donation, what do you call it? The donor sign that goes in the big front of the building. But we've also been working on the small plaques that are going to go in each room. And if I could share my screen, I can show you what we're looking at just to show this group.
Your co-host.
So the goal, of course, was to bring in, bring in a piece of the actual donor plaque, which you might not have seen yet because it's not up yet. But and so, of course, these flowers that are kind of on the side are themes that are in that other picture. The background color of this, we got the colors from the existing signs. So if it doesn't look exactly like it, it's supposed to be the same color as the existing signage. And this is that. What's the name of the font? I'm just blanked on it.
Optima.
Optima. This is supposed to be the same font. It's the same color white. So I think the sign and the lettering should look very similar to the other signage. It's just going to have this kind of added colors on the side. And then of course each one is going to say, donated by, or whatever that specific room is going to say. It won't have the room number because it's going to presumably be relatively close to the room
addition.
number.
It's in addition
to
to
the
the room
existing.
number. Yeah.
Correct. So if anybody
Makes
has
sense.
any comments, welcome them.
Personally, I know I'm not a member of the committee. I think these are very nice. I think they really did a beautiful job with it. These are probably one of the nicest dedications plaques I've seen on a project.
It's really
And
nice.
I do think we're gonna not just pick one of these, right? There's probably going to be a mixture of them, right? Some rooms will
I
have
think
this
that-
one, some rooms will have this one.
I think that would be great.
I like that. You don't happen to have the sign, the larger donor sign that they're pulling that graphic from?
I probably do, if I could dig it up. Actually, what else was I gonna? Oh, and so these signs are 6 inches by 8 inches. So I think they're just a little bigger than the current signs, but they're on that same format.
Nice.
Same
Very nice.
size.
Yep.
I think
Yeah.
I think the artist did a fantastic job with the dedication plaque. It's so much nicer than the typical, hammered bronze or whatever that I've seen on a lot of projects, or the glass. It really has character. in a good way.
That was a Grafton artist who did this.
Yeah.
Is
Yes.
that right?
Yes.
Yeah, I can't, I remember seeing it before, but I just don't really remember it.
And I don't think I'm going to be able to find it real quick.
That's okay.
Okay.
I just thought,
And is this still in process or they've been done and we're just waiting to install them?
No, they're focusing on the larger plaque, which they claim is going to be done by the end of February, and these should be soon afterwards.
nice.
Okay.
So this is a silly question. Do we have staff who just hangs? Like, how do those actually get on the wall? Do we hire someone?
We're going through Sunshine Sign, Sunshine
install 'em.
Sign, and they'll install them.
All right, thank you.
It's
Very
nice that
nice.
it's sunshine sign too.
Yeah, they've been incredible, both in helping with the design as well as the size and formats and what do you call it,
Nice.
material.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fantastic.
Great. I've lost my meeting controls, so where do I stop? There we go. Stop share.
Okay, so does anybody have anything else they want to share? It's a quick one for us.
Did everybody send you what they had to for the town clerk? Was it ethics? Did everybody send that? to you?
No, I'm still waiting for a few people.
I sent mine today.
Yes, I got yours, Julie. I got yours, John, Lisa, Beth. I'm looking for one from you.
I
So you
do
don't
mine-
have to.
Yeah, I do mine with the library staff. Yeah, otherwise I'd have to do. a
Okay,
meeting
she
at
said
the Board
she
of-
wanted it for the entire group, but that's,
All right.
yeah.
I
We
did
just
mine
do
to
the
the
same
library
one.
and send it.
trustee too, but I can forward mine to you too, Mary, if I didn't
Okay.
already.
And Andy, did you get that?
No, I haven't done mine yet. I mean, I,
Oh, no worries. I
Yeah.
just like, if you could just
Okay.
get it off to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Beth, it used to be that way that you would, whatever committee you were on, you could just send it, but she wanted it all packaged together. So Lisa, thank you for asking that. Next meeting, unless we have to have an interim one, will be April.
March 7th. And then April
Yes.
4th. Yes, you're on the right track.
Yeah.
I wish it was April next month too, Mary.
All righty, so, yeah, all right, so those two
Did
dates.
either you or Beth do the annual report for the building committee?
We're almost there, right, Beth?
Yes, I got the financials late. I just finished the library one today, and tomorrow I'll send you the financial piece that
Okay,
Mary is still waiting on me for. She did that.
yeah, no worries. I did the report. We just needed to add the financials to it. Okay, if that's it, I would say we can adjourn. It is.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Okay, I was gonna ask, guys, come on. I was gonna ask, maybe out of turn, but it's 6:43. All right. Beth,
I
Lisa,
Hi.
Andy.
Aye.
John,
Aye.
Doug,
Aye.
Julie,
Aye.
Mary, I. Motion is carried.